What you're seeing on screen is a no-bake chocolate cake, much like Matilda's. You heard me right, you have absolutely no need of an oven to make this cake. My name is Santiago, the truffles guy, and I'm gonna teach you how to make it in less than an hour. We're gonna start by adding the egg to a bowl, as well as the sugar. I'm using white sugar, but you can use brown sugar as well. We're gonna whisk it all up. You can use a fork or a whisk if you want to, until the two ingredients are combined. Then we're gonna add the rest of the liquids, so the milk and the oil. You can use animal milk or vegetable milk. We're gonna mix everything once again, and then we're gonna add the dry ingredients. You can sift them or not. I'm not your dad, do whatever you want. So we're gonna sift the flour, then the baking powder or the baking soda, and a bit of cocoa powder or chocolate powder. The cocoa powder gives it a fancier taste, in my opinion, and it doesn't have added sugar, so it's not as much sugar in the cake. Once everything's sifted or not, we're gonna mix everything together once again until we have a mixture like this. But since we're making this mixture in a frying pan and not in the oven, we need it to be a bit more liquid, so we're gonna add a bit of water, but the water needs to be really hot, close to boiling point. I heated it in the microwave for more or less a minute. Then we're gonna add it to the mixture and mix everything together once again. Once our mixture looks like this, we're gonna divide it into 3 equal parts. You don't need to measure it, you can eyeball it like I'm doing right here in 3 different bowls. Now we're gonna use a medium-sized frying pan. It's like the size of my hand, and we're gonna use the lowest heat possible. We're gonna add just a tiny bit of oil because the mixture has oil as well. We're gonna clean it a bit with a napkin just so we have a thin layer of oil. And once the frying pan is hot, we're gonna add the mixture. We're gonna cover it up and we're gonna let it cook for about 7 or 8 minutes. It depends on the heat that you have. Once this time has passed, you can use a knife to stick in the mixture, and if it comes out clean like this one, the cake is ready. We're gonna let it rest without the heat for a minute or two, because if we try to take the cake right now, since it's really hot, it's gonna come apart. Once it's cooled for a minute or two, we can take it out using this amazing technique. It should look something like this. So we're gonna repeat the process with the other 2 mixtures and let them cool off completely. Now we're gonna make the coating or the ganache. We're gonna use chocolate chips in this recipe. I'm just gonna heat the heavy cream in the microwave. We need it close to boiling. Once it's hot, we're gonna pour it on top of the chocolate chips and we're gonna mix everything together. You can heat this mixture as well on the microwave if it's a bit solid, but once everything is well combined, it should look something like this. This mixture is really hot, so obviously it looks a lot more liquid than we need it to be. So we're gonna let it cool for a bit as well. This is how our layers to our cake should look like right now. You can use them as they are, or if you're a perfectionist and a Virgo like I am, you can use something round to cut off the corners so the cake is perfectly round, and the cake scraps that you get are a perfect snack for an afternoon. We're gonna select one of the 3 layers as the bottom one. The ganache should be a lot more solid like we're seeing right now. We're gonna add a layer of ganache on top of our first layer. Be generous. Then we're gonna add the second layer of cake, another layer of ganache, then the last layer of cake, and on the top of the cake we're gonna add the most generous part of the ganache. You could decorate this with a bit of shredded chocolate, but I think it's a bit too much. And once it looks like this, all that remains is to eat and be very, very happy. Thank you guys so much for watching this recipe. It came out incredible. Please do yourself a favor and everyone around you and make this recipe. It's really easy to make. As you saw, you don't need an oven at all, and everyone around you will love you very much. Once again, my name is Santiago, the truffles guy. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I invite you to give it a thumbs up, comment something, and maybe share it, and maybe subscribe. I don't know. Love you guys and see you on the next one. Bye bye.